Hello, everyone. Thank you for being back here with us on IDC's campus. We're broadcasting live. I remind you that we're on the Israel Under Fire Facebook page. This show today is mainly going to deal with the perspective of Israel in the outer media. Joshua, hi. You're my new friend for today. Yesterday I had Daniel here with me, and now you're replacing him.
Yes. Hi, everyone.
So I'm going to present now our interviewer here, the Deputy Minister of Development for the Galil and Negev. Hello, Ayub Kara.
Hello, how are you?
Very good to have you here with us.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
I think I want to ask you for our viewers here, because we have many viewers watching us. I think it's interesting to hear if the Israeli situation, did you get the chance to see if it's portrayed in the Arab media, the situation here, in what way, and what do they think about here? Because we have also Arab viewers and a lot of viewers that do not understand the situation as it is here in Israel. So,
look, I'm only the one that speak Arabic also in the government. So in the Knesset there are another members of the Knesset, but in the government I'm only the one. And I'm looking about all the media all the time, what they speaking about. They have two voices. One voice is to the Europe, to the States in English and other languages, and they speaking very excellent. This is very intelligent. They are
coherent.
Yeah, but they have another voice in Arabic. They're absolutely different. If they speaking something here, they could be different. Mahmoud Abbas, before 2 weeks, is speaking about peace in the media of Europe and the media of Israel. They speak very well. I like what he's speaking. I'm not support this speaking, but I'm thinking that was good for the noise of the Israeli and the European and the American people. But after only few hours, he have interview the same things, each about about the country, the Palestinian states. It's different PR, different things in the interview to Egypt that I'm see. So this is the media of the Arabian. This is the speaking.
Are you trying to say they're sending mixed signals?
Yeah, there are this different signal. This is what going on, but in Israel did not understand that. This is different mentality. In the Middle East, they give you to hear what you like to hear, not what you have to hear. And they two speaking in two voices. I know this mentality because I born here. My grandfather born here. We are few hundred years here, because we know that. Because we like Israel. We supporting Israel. It's important for me as a Druze from the Druze nation to speak loudly. I'm objective more than the Jews about what's going here in the Middle East. So important for me that if everyone understand this different culture, different education, different religious.
Yeah, and basically I think he's trying to show something to the Arab viewers who are listening to him that would want to relate with what he's saying, and one thing to Europe and the United States, because he also needs them to support him.
They speaking loudly about peace every day in English, but when they speak in Arabic, we against Israel. We must fighting we must throw out to the sea all the Jews. This is
crazy.
This is what you heard all the time, because in Europe, in the West, they are not understand Arabic, and most of them afraid to send like this interview to the West. But this is the true.
I want to tell you that here in the command center we have here in the IDC, we have many volunteers, students, also Arabic students who speak Arabic. And what they are doing now is translating those things and posting them in English. So it's very good, as you just said, to show what he's saying in English, because it's very different. It's two lines.
Excellent. I think they are in their heart, most of the Arabian in Israel like Israel. But but they're afraid to say loudly. It's not popular that you supporting the Jews, because we give him the option to live in democracy states, and they use the democracy that we could fighting the Israeli and do everything here, and no one say anything. In the same messages, if they speak it in Jordan or in Syria, on other state, they kill him. If they know that. Look about Syria, what's going on now.
And it seems that they're not like portraying like the whole situation in Syria like they are, the whole Israeli situation.
Yes, but you must understand, they speak against Israel. I'm angry from that because they they're sure that they have a law here that keep everyone, defends everyone. But this is not the status in other states around us. If you hate Israel, why all the people that married here from other states, the Arabian states, all of them want to stay in Israel? If Israel is so bad, why you stay here? Why you don't go to? I don't found anyone that want to live Israel. All of them want to bring his wife here, his family here. So Israel
they have better conditions here.
It's very
There's in Syria. Because I'm very professional about the Arabian Spring. What they call it. Is I think this is more. This is very dark winter. Absolutely not democracy. Nothing would be a democracy in the future. But if you're looking at what's going on, is no value to the life in all these states. It's not important. I remember when we was in war in Lebanon, I was one of the leadership of the war in Lebanon. I was an officer in the army for Israel. And I remember sometimes people, they kill before we come to Lebanon. And you find them in the roads. No one take him to a memorial on other things to do so. Different people, different life, different value of life. Israel, because that I'm very important for me to defend Israel. I give a big price in my family.
I mean, how is that perceived in your community? You're a Jew from Dali al Carmel, and your father, from what I understand, was very Zionistic. He was in the Lehi.
The Lehi, we know he did great things for Israel.
Right, and how is that perceived, like in your community?
Look. The Druze nation is from Jethro, the father Tzipporah, the wife of Moses.
Moses.
So we 2,000 years was apart from the Am Israel. The same thing is everything. After only the second house we left here, because all the public going to all the world. And the Druze was stay here, and they're afraid to say that they are Jews,
right?
And because that they become discreet with the religious. They do everything to independence, to be a part, to continue to live here, to supporting all the majority. Because if they say that we are not Christian or we are not Muslims, they hate him. They could kill all of them. And because that they become discreet. And before 200 years ago, something like that, they become to do good cooperation with the Jews in Europe. My grandfather, before 120 years, something like that, he do many actions with Yitzhak Shamir, the prime minister, and because that lose two brothers, my two uncles before the independence, before 1948. The first one, the Arabians shoot them in center of Akko, because my grandfather was the leader here from the Chaim Weizmann, the first president. He lead all the land and the coastrat of the Jews here. No, they are a little bit Jews in this area in Israel, and because that they hit him, the Arabian, they come in and hit and shoot his brother, his son, He was 22 years, and they shoot him in the center of Akko. The other one, he lose the other one in 1947, and my father stay alone. After that, my father going to the army of Israel as a voluntary, and he fighting to occupation the Galil. And after that, we was three brothers in 1982. We fighting in Lebanon, three brothers together. I am and another two brothers. The first one, the young one, died in the east side. The other one in the west side. I was injured from Beirut, and after that I become better. And my mother and my father, I lose them from this tragedy. I'm speaking loudly to make everyone that listen to me that he must be strong.
Yeah.
That our situation must give more power for people that listen us that like Israel.
I have to say it's such a legacy, because you were saying that your father was involved in the fights for the battles for the Galil, and now you're the deputy minister of the Galil, so it's such a great
also
legacy.
with the army,
Look, another thing important in our land in 1982 in the Naftali Herz Imber. He is
the one who wrote the anthem.
Naftali Herz Imber. He is write the hope, the tikva of Israel.
Anthem,
He write this song in his house. Where is his house?
Galil.
In Dalit el Carmel.
Really?
In Dalit el Carmel, in Basel, they say loudly the vision of us as the project of the Zionism beginning there. And in Dalit el Carmel, they write the hope.
The hope.
Wow.
That's
This
great.
is,
I didn't know that.
I feel like I can sit here for 2
for
more
hours
hours.
and
It's like a
listening.
history lesson.
Yeah. I mean,
Today we want to do a party because the government support me to make museum this house.
Oh, really?
And we stopped and we don't do party because the situation in the south.
Yeah.
We do it more later. Maybe we invite all of you.
Invite
Maybe-
us.
Oh, I'd love to
We
come.
will come.
It's really amazing how it changed from the beginning of the
It
States to
is.
nowadays, where the Druze, you know, they've one of the best units in the army.
Yeah, I
Did
have
Kharab
so
and
many
they're
friends
saying-
here in ADC. We have
A lot of
Druze.
Druze.
I think maybe if it's possible, if you can, we know we have some
Arab viewers.
Arab viewers or people who speak Arab who watch us. Maybe you can say 1 or 2 sentences for them so they can. Maybe I don't know what you want to say. I
Okay.
wouldn't understand, but
I want to أنا أريد أن أتكلم كلمتين. إسرائيل دولة ديمقراطية. إسرائيل دولة حرة. إسرائيل فيها حقوق إنسان اللي ما موجودة بالعالم كله. إسرائيل فيها مساواة تامة من ناحية المبدأ ومن ناحية العقيدة من ناحية الأمور الدينية. ونحن نريد السلام. نحن نريد في إسرائيل سلام حقيقي. نحن أقوياء إن نتغلب على كل العراقيل اللي ممكن أن تكون لكي لا نكون. ولذلك من المستحسن أن يتفهم كل شعوب المنطقة أن إسرائيل هي دولة وسيادة وستبقى للأبد. كل تفكير غير هذا الشيء بيبعث ويلات وحروبات على أولاد هذه المنطقة. لا يجب أن يكون هناك تقدير للحياة مثل ما هي موجودة هون في إسرائيل. لذلك أنا أناشد كل الأمهات والأطفال والذين يحبون الديمقراطية والحياة أن يشددوا على المتعصبين والإرهابيين في غزة أو في كل دولة ثانية إنه ما في محل هذا التطرف الديني اللي موجود اليوم، ويجب الجلوس على طاولة مفاوضات لكي يكون السلام سلام حقيقي وليس سلام من الشفاف ولا برا. لأنه ما في محل اليوم لا الحروبات لا في محل لهذه الظروف الصعبة التي تمر فيها المنطقة بالجنوب أو في غزة. فلذلك نحن بنقول كونوا أسياد في الحرية، دشروا العقيدة والأمور اللي هي بتعطي تشديد ديني اللي بيجيب ويلات على المنطقة. نحن بنتأمل لما في عقلانيات وفي تفكير تجاه الحياة، كل هذول المتطرفين اليوم اللي بيستعملوا الدين كيف هن بدون، ما بيكون إلهن محل في الحياة الديمقراطية التي يجب أن تكون بهذه المنطقة. شكرا.
شكرا.
I don't understand, but I feel like I understand everything.
Right?
You're so great.
Amarti,
It's like shivering.
Amarti, I'm saying that Israel is a democracy state. In Israel, they are very important. The value of the life is important in Israel. We not need fundamentalism, not in Israel and not in the other side. I think if you think that you could push Israel to the sea, and someone thinking that Israel could not independence as a state, you are wrong, because we could fighting everyone that need to fight us, but we need peace, really peace, not for speaking about peace, really peace.
Actually.
Yes, and I thinking that I told him, fighting the fundamentalism leadership. This is make all the area better. Send him out, fighting them, because the life is important from any religious.
We need to put video clips and just throw them in Gaza like they throw the flyers. Seriously, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Really, it was interesting.
Really appreciate it.
And I think the best interview I've ever had.
If you want to talk after, we could have a whole history.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Okay.
So I'm going to show now the viewers. Hopefully they'll like it because it's a video I did. It's on YouTube. It reached almost 5,000 likes. I really hope I tried to, send out the message as clear and simple as I can. So we'll let them see it and then we'll come back after.
Sounds good.
Oh my God. Hello everyone. My name is Ronnie and I'm a student from Israel. I'm here today recording this video because I know how much world media can be confusing. I really wanted to try and guide you just with a few steps to let you know what is really going on here in Israel for the past few days. I'll try to make it simple and clear so we can all understand what is really going on here. Let's start. So this is the map of the world. Can you find Israel? I don't think so. I placed a red dot on the map so we can see the location of it, but actually the dot is 3 times bigger than Israel. That's better. So as you can see, Israel is surrounded by Arab countries that most of the time don't recognize its existence, even though it sits right between them. Isn't it funny how such a small country gets accused in everything that's happening in the world? And I know what you might be seeing is this, but actually, Hamas is hiding behind civilian population to launch their missiles at us, because they know we will never intentionally target civilians. So the next step would be to show you how 1 million Israelis are under fire. These circles here show you that as brighter as it gets, the deeper the rockets hit Israel. It can almost get to center Israel. In the past year alone, over 500 rockets have been fired into Israel. Hamas is intentionally targeting civilian cities in Israel to create as much damage as they can. Because of that situation, people in southern Israel are running into shelters every couple of minutes. Every 20 minutes on average, a rocket falls. So I hope you understand how crucial this operation is. The situation cannot continue as it is. We need to thank our soldiers for protecting us. Because of them, we can sleep quietly. Oops! Wrong picture. That's just me with a broom. So I really hope that you can understand a bit better after you've heard this video. And I'm basically asking you, what would you do if your country was to be hit by rockets every day? Oops! So everyone just watched my video, and I want to tell you, because you didn't get the chance to see it, that what I was trying to do was mainly show what I believe is the truth, which is the Hamas hitting behind civilian population, and really I wanted to show facts, but in a lighter way, because I think that some people from the outside see the situation as such a depressing one, like a situation that, you know, puts fear in people's hearts, and I wanted maybe people to try to relate to it more. And I think I also saw a few Facebook statuses which were hilarious. Did you see some? I mean, like,
Which ones
jokes.
did you see? What did you see?
I saw one that said a rocket hit Tel Aviv, but it didn't find a parking space. Funny, right? So I saw some of that, and I think it's very important for also people to, you know, try to take the situation in a lighter
way.
Yeah, because I think people try to, you know, from the one hand to deal with it in a very calm and very organized way, but in the other hand you want to still live your life. So what do you think? Do you think it's important for people to still have a bit of sense of humor in situations like this?
Of course it's important. And, you know, there's also organizations, from what I read about, who are sending in tons of games for kids to play in the miklat and to kind of enjoy their time and pass through the, you know, all the sirens. And
and people going to Ashdod and Ashkelon to entertain people in the shelters, which is important because you think they feel like they're alone, closed in the shelter, and they need more of a fun and light vibe to.
Okay.
I think what I also wanted to say is that it's very important to tell people and emphasize the importance of us advocating for Israel as just individuals. It doesn't have to be a part of the IDC or any organization. We can upload videos on YouTube. Do you have any ways that you think of that would be good for advocating, like, to the outer?
I mean, I think it's amazing what he was saying before, how kind of the Arab world is giving two different messages. So, you know, even in our media in Israel or in CNN or BBC or all the different news stations who are, you know, kind of being biased in one way, it's very important for us as students to portray messages and to send links out on Facebook and show, like, how, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, because we have so much influence that we don't understand. I have so many friends from so many countries who are watching my Facebook and who are following me, and I think I'm updating them, they can update their friends.
Exactly.
And it's like a big
It's
circle.
the people who don't really know anything about the conflict from different countries about the world. Those are the people we're trying to get to.
Okay, so Josh, we're going to move on to a phone call. Avichai, are you with us?
Avichai, can you hear us?
Well, we'll try to put him on, but I'll just say that Avichai is a part of the IDF spokesman's unit.
Yes.
So I think it's important to also see
what message Israel is trying to get out to the world.
Yeah, as a part of the army, which is, you know, official, I don't know, how would you call it?
The official, you know, spokesman.
They have to be really in a straight line.
Exactly.
So it would be important.
Okay.
Yeah, so
they're doing such a great job with the IDF
I just tried to see
unit
if he's on, but he's not on yet, so we'll wait to see if he passes.
In Dover Tzal, they're updating us all the time with information.
Yeah, you can go
Israel
on
under fire.
There's also, you can log on to the spokesman's unit online on the internet. They have really a lot of information posting there. We got some information from the spokesman unit onto the Israel Under Fire page, which is it's a great, the collaboration between them.
Okay. Oh, I think we have Avichai here now.
Hello?
Avichai, can you hear us?
Yes, I'm hearing you, but I prefer to have this conversation in Hebrew. Maybe someone will translate my Hebrew and
but you're doing very well,
Yeah, his English
and
sounds
we
good.
have.
It's only decent.
It's okay. It can be a light because just we have 20,000 viewers, I think, who are speaking in English. So maybe it would be better for them.
So I
Talk
was-
slowly, and if you don't understand something, you could say it in Hebrew, and we'll translate it in English.
I am sure I will understand every question, but I prefer to talk in Hebrew, and one of you will translate.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what? So
Okay.
I'll talk to you in English, and you'll just answer in Hebrew, and Josh, you can repeat what he said.
Okay.
Great.
So Avichai, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank
That's
you.
great.
He said he's fine.
Well, if you want to just answer in English and Hebrew, whatever, we'll handle it. So, we understand you're a part of the IDF spokesman unit, דובר צה"ל?
נכון, אני הדובר של צה"ל בשפה הערבית.
Okay, so he's the spokesperson for the army in Arabic.
So that means that you deal with mainly with the Arabic media?
אני אחראי על כל הקשר אחד עם כלי התקשורת הערבים, כל כלי תקשורת דובר ערבית, הן בתוך ישראל והן מחוצה לישראל, וגם אחראי על הקשר הבלתי אמצעי בעיקר באמצעות הפלטפורמות האינטרנטיות, הן האתר של צה"ל בערבית, עמודי הפייסבוק של צה"ל בערבית, הטוויטר של צה"ל בערבית.
So what he's saying basically, Avichai, I'm
he's
just going
saying
to
that
repeat.
he's in charge of all the journalists and all the Arab media that's in Israel. He's talking to them and sending out messages from the IDF. And he's also in charge of the media and
The new media, the internet.
the internet, the Twitter, the Facebook, and he's relaying the messages out in Arabic.
Avichai, how do you know Arabic, if I can ask?
אני תמיד אהבתי ערבית מאז שאני קטן, זה ג'וק שנכנסתי לראש כנראה בגלל המוצא שלי, ובעיקר כנראה שבגלל שאנגלית לא הצלחתי ללמוד הכי טוב שאפשר, אז הערבית נקלטה אצלי הכי טוב.
וואו.
הייתי ב-8200 בצבא 5.5 שנים, נשמתי ערבית, חלמתי ערבית 5.5 שנים, ואז היא פשוט הפכה למעין שפת אם.
Okay. Yeah, he's saying that ever since he was born, he just loved Arabic. I guess I can't really relate to that. But yeah, throughout the army service, and he was part of the intelligence,
which is
intelligence unit, and from there he would learn and speak
breathe
Arabic
and dream in Arabic.
And he said a cockroach went into his head.
So Avichai, can you tell us a little bit about your strategy in this operation? What are you doing? Are you trying to show the Israeli side in Arabic? Are you trying to maybe speak to Arabic people who are trying to understand?
בסופו של דבר אנחנו פועלים בשני צירים מרכזיים, אני אקרא לזה, כחלק מאותה אסטרטגיה. הציר הראשון זה הציר של לדבר עם מי שאנחנו לא אוהבים, וזה אומר החבר'ה שיורים עלינו, ולהעביר באמצעות הפלטפורמות שלנו, הן המסורתיות והן בניו מדיה, מסרים שנקראים, שמחזקים את תחושת ההרתעה וההישגיות של המבצע. והחלק השני...
Okay, wait, so he's saying that there's two streams of what he's dealing with. The first stream, or the first path, is that he's dealing with the enemy itself. The Hamas and
the ones who don't like us.
The ones who don't like us. And he's giving out messages to them from the IDF itself, giving them warnings, things like that, etc.
Okay,
and the second path.
והאסטרטגיה השנייה, או החלק השני של אותה אסטרטגיה, זה לדבר דווקא עם האנשים שיש לנו איתם איזשהו מכנה משותף. כי בסוף אני מאמין, וזו האמונה שלי, שבסוף אנחנו נצטרך לחיות פה איכשהו, כולנו ביחד באותו חלקת אלוהים קטנה. עם גבולות וכולי, אבל אנחנו נצטרך לחיות ביחד ולהשלים קיומו אחד של השני, ולכן בסוף להראות את המכנה המשותף של הילד בסדרות, אשקלון, אשדוד, שאני גם גר באזור הזה ואני כל בוקר יוצא מהאזור הזה למשמע האזעקות, ואת הילד ברצועת עזה, שבסוף שניהם סובלים בגלל אותם קיצוניים, בגלל אותם טרוריסטים שמשתמשים בכולנו ככלים במשחק המטומטם שהם משחקים.
Right. So you're saying that the second path is talking to everyone else, pretty much.
The ones who we have a common ground with.
The ones we have a common ground with. you know, he was saying he also he lives in the south near Sderot, and it's, you know, there's the kids who are living in areas of the south, and there's also kids who are living in Gaza, around the borders, who are all suffering together from the terrorizing things
I think
of the
it's
Hamas.
important to understand from what Avichai just said is that at the end, like eventually we'll have to live here together in some way. I mean, I think what the Israeli side is trying to show is that we are for peace. We want to live in our country. We want to receive the ones who want to live next to us in peace. So Avichai, I think, did I say that I maybe showed a right point of view by saying that we want peace eventually?
בסופו של דבר כן, כי גם אנחנו אמרנו מתחילת המבצע, אנחנו לא רוצים מלחמה, אנחנו לא רוצים לראות הרוגים, ואנחנו לא רוצים כלום, אנחנו רוצים שקט. וזה היה תמיד אותו מסר של שקט יהיה בשקט, היה מסר שליווה אותנו, אני חושב, לפני מבצע עופרת יצוקה, אבל כל פעם השקט הזה מופרע לאותם קיצונים, שבסוף משרתים איזושהי אג'נדה חיצונית, אג'נדה איראנית, הפכו את עזה לסוג של טרור איראני, ואז משחקים בסוף גם בחיים שלנו וגם בחיים שלהם, ואנחנו בתור צבא לא יכולים להרשות להם לשחק בחיים של האזרחים שלנו.
Right, so he's saying that yes, he does agree, and he does want peace, and he wants quiet. But what's happening, even from before 2008, you know, we all spoke about this quietness, but, you know, the rockets are still pouring into Israel. So, you know, we have to cope with the situation as it comes.
So, Avichai, are you now at the army for the past few days? Has it been rough? Has it been working 24/7? Or what is your routine these days?
כמו כל הצבא, אני קם בבוקר למרבה הצער עם אזעקה באשדוד בימים האחרונים.
He's woken up every morning so far with a siren in Ashdod.
ואני נוסע לירושלים, עובר בין אולפן אחד לאולפן אחר, בין שאני נוסע בין אולפן לאולפן, אז אני מתראיין לתחנות הרדיו שונות בעולם הערבי, והמטרה היא בסוף להציג את הגרסה הצה"לית. זה לא כל כך קל, זה לא פשוט, אתה לפעמים מרגיש שאתה נלחם נגד כוחות שהם חזקים לך, אבל בסוף אתה צריך להאמין במה שאתה עושה, ואני חושב שבסוף גם היצירה של אותם פלטפורמות ניו מדיה שמאפשרות לך לדבר עם הקהל עצמו ועם המיליונים בעולם הערבי בלי מתווכים, מסייע בסוף כדי להחדיר את המסר שאנחנו רוצים בסוף שלום, אנחנו רוצים בסוף תיגמר האלימות, אף אחד מאיתנו לא רוצה פעולה קרקעית, אבל אם צריך וכדי להגן על תושבינו אנחנו נעשה כל מה שצריך.
Right. He's saying that it's very difficult for the IDF to do this, to send out their message to everyone else in the world, especially about the IDF, because, you know, the world looks at the IDF as a kind of more aggressive army, and that's what they show a lot in the media.
And they're not. They're the best army. I mean, our soldiers, they do their best, you know, to protect us and to be humanitarian, and to also, it's such a great point in the IDF that we are basically young people who are put into a situation where we have to deal with also like very important decisions and also be very, you know.
Right. And as he's saying is at the end of the day, we don't want to actually have a ground operation, but we will if we have to.
So Avichai, can I ask you something, last question?
ודאי. Sure.
Did you get the chance to see any Arab journalists who came to Israel, and did you maybe get the chance to talk to them and to see how it is to maybe be an Israeli IDF spokesman and dealing with the Arab journalists here?
פגשתי הרבה עיתונאים ערבים. קודם כל אני עובד עם הרבה עיתונאים, כל הרשתות הערביות יש פה נציגים, אבל הם ערביי ישראל, אבל חלקם של התחנות מביאים לפה באירועי משבר כתבים נוספים כדי לתגבר את הכוחות, והגיע גם כתבת של ה-BBC בערבית, הגיע לפה.
Okay, so he's been saying so far that there's been tons of many Arab journalists and media companies coming to speak to him specifically, and you know, they're sending in many different reporters, and even had just one from the BBC come in Arabic.
Continue.
ואולי אחד המפגשים יותר מעניינים שהיו לי וגם מעידים בסוף על המצב זה דווקא מפגש עם עיתונאים מעזה, שקרה לפני שנתיים, שהם הגיעו לישראל כדי באיזושהי משלחת, חבורה של איזה 7 עיתונאים מרצועת עזה, ישבנו בבית קפה בתל אביב, הראינו את תל אביב, הראינו את הפנים האחרות של ישראל, אני אקרא לזה שהם לא פנים צבאיות, ואז הידיעה על המפגש הזה דלפה החוצה, והחמאס נידע אותם וגירש אותם מאגודת העיתונאים בעזה, ומאז הם לא מעזים להתקשר אלינו יותר. אז בסוף זה גם הקונפליקט שהם ככתבים ערבים נמצאים פה, אבל אני מאמין שהתקשורת השתנתה, והכל משתנה, והניו מדיה נכנס, ולכן האפשרות לקרב את הלבבות ולפתוח את הצוהר ליחסים בין ישראלים לבין ערבים, גם אם אין יחסים פוליטיים ודיפלומטיים בין המדינות, קלה יותר, אפשרית, וזו לא משימה בלתי אפשרית.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
He was just saying, I'll wrap it up really fast, that a really interesting case that happened to him 2 years ago. Some journalists from Gaza came into Israel and they wanted to show them Tel Aviv and like a nice side to Israel. And what ended up happening is the Hamas heard about it and they kicked them out. And they kicked them out of journalism and media and
Condemned them for being in Israel.
Yeah, now they're not allowed to have any connection. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We hope you have a few more good days coming ahead.
Keep up the good work and sending a good message to all the journalists.
Thank you.
Thank you, and keep your good work, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Amen. Thank you.
Bye.
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 I think the story was pretty amazing what he said about the Gaza reporters coming here, because it's the way in the conflict that people don't understand is that we can do both things, but they can't.
Israel has a free media, and we show both sides of the conflict, but for them, for the Hamas to block anything that was showing a good side to Israel.
We're going to move on now to see another perspective. We have a girl from Rome. She's an Italian, she's an Italian. She was in a rally today, so I think it would be great to hear how great, maybe, I hope it went great, but so we'll show her now.
Okay.